Hello folks, today is Friday, July 8th, 2022. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. Let's get you guys caught up. We got a great show for, What do I think I am, TV man? We got a great show for you tonight. Oh boy, the biggest story, the first story that hit over last weekend, in case you missed it, is the newest rumor on the street that has some people backing it up, both a Kotaku report and also a Rockstar insider with a track record. According to them, Rockstar's plans for a Red Dead Redemption remake, remaster, and a Grand Theft Auto 4 remaster have been shelved. According to the reports, which I will link all of the stories we talk about down in the description below, although we don't know if they're totally true or not, according to it, essentially because of the bad reception and apparently sales, I guess, of the Grand Theft Auto trilogy remaster thing has led them to halt any work on a planned GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption re-release, which you know, it's a shame because I know everybody's really pissed off at Rockstar now, especially after those, but those didn't get the proper love, and they were also outsourced by a different studio. I think if Rockstar did it internally, I think maybe 4 or Red Dead Redemption re-release could have turned out pretty alright. Keep in mind, I'm biased just because I wanted that. I wanted to see Red Dead Redemption re-released because I would love to play that on PC. Running on Xbox, it's pretty good, but PlayStation people need access to it as well. And then Grand Theft Auto 4 is actually like my favorite. I think it's my favorite, or my second favorite. It's right up there. It's still like this perfect slice, this time capsule of New York from like 15 years ago or so, maybe a little more, that is so special, and I think more people should be able to play it. Thankfully, on PC, modders have kind of saved it, but still. The Kotaku report does suggest that, like, while it's off the table for now, it's not off the table forever. I'm sure most people at this point are kind of sick of remasters and re-releases, so I'm sure a lot of people are rejoicing over this. I don't care what they do. The report suggests that now they're just focusing on Grand Theft Auto 6, but I think if they do decide to re-release things, do it with love, give it the proper funding, the budget, and the team behind it. That's all I want to see, man. It's as simple as that. More than anything, I get it. Rockstar has to work on Grand Theft Auto 6, make your money, baby, but go back to making weird stuff like the Warriors games, table tennis, Manhunt. I like those. I miss those experimental times where we had some wild games. Table tennis was good. Like, it's like, why would they make that? I don't know, but it's cool. Definitely want to hear what you guys think in the comments. Are you someone that was burned by the trilogy release? You can't let that go. You're happy to see these possibly die off, or were you somebody that was waiting for a way to play Red Dead Redemption? I don't know. Let's talk about this stuff. In other news, God of War Ragnarok is finally back in the news after people begging and hounding and even harassing Sony and developers for news. We finally got a cool cinematic trailer featuring extra-large wolf, Kratos, Atreus, and a release date. God of War Ragnarok is now officially coming November 9th, 2022. After so many people thinking it would be delayed, kind of myself included with how everything has really been delayed, it seems like we're getting it. So we got our big game for the fall, ladies and gentlemen. Something to look forward to. Personally, as a player, as someone who just always likes to play and like follow the next big thing, like I like having a carrot on the string, a game to look forward to at the end of the year. There's still plenty of stuff coming up that we're going to talk about, of course, but yeah. Along with that, in news that dropped kind of around the same time but did not make as much headlines, Forspoken has been delayed. Now, Forspoken was I think supposed to release this summer, and then it was delayed to this fall holiday season. But now, due to apparently what they said is more of a strategic decision than, like, you know, a development reason, it is pushed to next year, 2023. Is that because of God of War? Are they staying out of God of War's way? I don't know. I don't really care about that stuff, like matchups or anything. But it's just going to be a minute before we see Forspoken. And the last time I saw gameplay stuff, I was like, I don't know about this one. So maybe a little more time in the oven will do it some good. Still, it is a little unsurprising just because it is another delay in a year that has been full of delays. Really, the last 2 years have been filled with delays. So we got a delay, but at least we got a God of War release date. And now, a word from our sponsors. Hey, next up, this episode is brought to you by Magic Spoon. You know, remember Saturday morning cartoons, sugary cereal? A lot of us were raised by that stuff. But while the cartoons still keep me happy today, the cereal doesn't. It just doesn't jive with my diet. But I don't want like boring, lame adult cereal, so that's where Magic Spoon comes in, dude. This cereal gives you all the vibe of those wacky flavors from your youth, but you don't have to feel bad about eating it. Magic Spoon cereal has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 to 5 net grams of carbs in each serving. We have tons of it here, and we like eating it because it doesn't taste fake. That's the most important part. It's legit cereal, and it's good. And yes, I have to acknowledge it again, I eat cereal without milk, which people like to villainize me for, but you know what? If the cereal tastes good enough, it doesn't matter. And they have all the good flavors, and they're adding new flavors as well. Also, they have cereal bars now, too, which is great for me on the go. It's low carb, gluten-free, grain-free, keto. Basically, if you're on a list, this cereal will check off your box. And most importantly, again, it tastes good. So click the link in the description down below to get a pack and try it out today. And be sure to use promo code GameRanx at checkout for $5 off your first order. Or just go to magicspoon.com/GameRanx. And thanks again to Magic Spoon for sponsoring this video. Thanks, Jake. Now, in other news, Lollipop Chainsaw is getting a remake. Something I never thought I would say out loud. Yes, the forgotten game from quite a while ago is getting remade, re-released. There's some issues with the music and licensing and stuff, and the developer said next year, 2023, we're getting a new game with reimagined, more graphically real visuals. And it just takes me back, man. That was like one of the first games I reviewed when I was trying to be like an actual real game journalist and not a professional clown. So
didn't James Gunn work on that game?
Yes, James Gunn worked on it, and he actually tweeted, I have no idea what's going on with this. I don't know anything, but cool. So that's the thing. I don't really remember Lollipop Chainsaw being that great or even worthy of a remake, but the style, the presentation, and the music was pretty cool. Maybe there's some Lollipop Chainsaw diehards out there. Is that you? Are you a ride or die for that game? Let me know. Next up, I got some trailers linked in the description down below for you. A lot of stuff this week. First, a new game release this week. It's Klonoa. It's the collection of the first 2 games remastered. I actually got to play this at Summer Game Fest a couple weeks back, and it is Klonoa. It's just good old, straight up, old school PlayStation platforming, which I really like these games. Now as an adult playing them, they're pretty simple, but if you're looking for something lighthearted, so far I could probably recommend it. Also, we got a new trailer for Robocop Rogue City. I am a diehard Robocop fan. The original movie and the surrounding stuff is like some of my favorite things ever. So you guys probably remember me talking about this announcement here and on my channel. I'm really looking forward to this one. It's from the people behind the last Terminator game. So what's coming from this is what we expected is not really like a super high budget, awesome, incredible thing, but just hopefully a fun experience that understands Robocop. And now we finally have glimpses of gameplay. And it seems pretty cool. It's first person, which I know is disappointing a lot of people, but me, I don't care. As long as it's got his visual modes, that's what I want to see. It seems like there's gore, destructible environments, gritty street exploration, and Peter Weller himself, likeness and voice in here. I think this is a great trailer. I think it's chopped up very quickly, so I need to see more gameplay, like actual fluid, full motion gameplay before I can judge, but I'm still looking forward to this. Don't mind me. Like I said, I just really like this shit. Also, just since we're talking about Robocop, I wanted a link in the description. Definitely check this out. This is actually from one of our favorite YouTubers, Eli_handle_B. He just does like cool meme shit posting stuff. You've probably seen him put Walter White in Elden Ring and stuff like that. But here we have Robocop in Cyberpunk 2077, and it's very cool. If you like cool, dumb stuff, highly recommend checking that out, checking out all of his videos. Tell him I sent you. We also have a new trailer for Gollum, which I don't know about this one, guys. You know, we got to see gameplay and stuff from this a while back, and it looked a little rough, and here it still doesn't look super compelling. However, it is pretty much a stealth game because he's a pretty helpless little character, so I'm excited to see how that can go down. I'm glad they're just making a stealth game. We don't have enough of those. Also just love Lord of the Rings, and especially weird spin-off Lord of the Rings games. Can't help myself, so we'll have to see where this one goes. Don't worry, we'll definitely be doing a before you buy for that one, but also, we now have officially a long, good look at Skull and Bones, Ubisoft's I wouldn't say long awaited, but long talked about and then like long drawn out pirate ship game. This stuff, I believe, actually was leaked a couple weeks back. I saw most of this, and seems like exactly what you'd expect, a pirate game. I like pirates. I like pirate games, so I'm going to be checking this out. I said this even back in the day when people were talking smack about this game, but are you guys like me where when we get long, lengthy gameplay stuff where they show like, you can do this, and you could do stats, and you could build this, and you could do that, like, that stuff sounds great, but like, I need to be actually playing the game and in that loop to see how compelling it really is. Still, it is now officially a thing, and apparently it is coming this year. And speaking of things coming back, E3 is officially back for next year. Now, they've said that like almost as like a threat to Jeff Keighley and the Summer Game Fest operation, but E3 is returning in 2023, and this story is significant because it's being put on by new event organizers, new people behind it. ReedPop, the company that is behind organizing stuff like PAX. So if you've ever been to a PAX convention, if you live in the United States, you know, that's kind of good news. So personally, I do know some of the people who work behind the scenes at ReedPop, and the collaboration there are some good people. So I'm hopeful to see where this goes. It's either going to be E3 kicks ass, or it's just another thing in what is now just kind of like a really drawn out summer of gaming where shit's all over the place and it's hard to keep track of. But with ReedPop being involved, it might be more fan focused, which is very cool. Now, in other news, something very wild, the Matrix Awakens Unreal 5 demo thing that was on PS5 and Xbox Series X is being delisted July 9th. Yes, this really cool demo that was basically like a playable scene from it felt like a sequel to specifically Matrix Reloaded. It was graphically insane, really impressive, let you fly around the world and just kind of understand and learn Unreal Engine 5 and how impressive it can really be. Really cool. We made videos on it. It's super awesome. It's going to be delisted and you're not going to be able to download it. Now, if you technically have it in your library, you're still going to be able to re-download it, re-access it and stuff like that. But it seems like this was just a short promotional thing they put out. And it just is just another thing of like the all digital future where you don't really have ownership over any of the stuff you gobble up. Like, for example, also in the news right now, Sony is taking some heat with their digital video offerings in Austria and Germany, with a lot of movies specifically published under Studio Canal being delisted, like real legit ass movies like Django Unchained and John Wick and stuff like that. So if you're in those countries and you own those movies on that platform, you can't access it anymore. And it's like, you know, it's like digital ownership's getting kind of dicey. You don't technically own it, so it's a good warning. Physical stuff is still cool too. Just wanted to point that out. Obviously, I'm glossing over a lot. There's not enough time to talk about that big topic in this video, but we'll probably revisit it. Now, to end on some cool, happy news, the LetMeSoloHer person, you know, the person famous for going viral for their Elden Ring achievements, has actually been rewarded by From Software. They were gifted an awesome sword, which is so cool. This is like if Neversoft sent me a Tony Hawk's skateboard for all my contributions to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater world, which is really just me playing it endlessly alone in a room with a beer. But anyway, if anyone really deserves it, it's the LetMeSoloHer person. Congrats. They tweeted it, so we'll link their tweet in the description if you want to check that out and give them a round of applause. Good to see everybody just being happy in this world. Yay, From Software. Yay, cool swords. And hooray for video game news. That's everything really going on this week. So I want to hear from you guys in the comments what you're thinking, of course, about the Grand Theft Auto 4, Red Dead Redemption remaster type of thing. Are you bummed? Are you pissed? Do you just hate Rockstar even more? Would you play a remake or remaster of Lollipop Chainsaw? Are you like me? Are you kind of looking forward to this Robocop thing? Are you going to be playing God of War Ragnarok on launch day if it actually releases in November? And where are you going to be playing it? Let me know. Let's talk any of this gaming news stuff. We want to hear from you in the comments. Like I say, we'll be down there, but things get a little crazy. So if you want to yell at me directly, find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jake Baldino. And of course, pinned comment right down there in the YouTube channel is where we ask, let us know what you're playing this weekend for like our data, basically. We want to know what you're playing so we can cater our videos to you a little bit. So yeah, but clicking the like button helps. Thank you. We'll be here every week just to get you caught up. Quick, simple gaming video. Thank you for being here. That's it. Enjoy the weekend. Be nice. Have fun. I'm Jake Baldino. Pizza's on me.